Okay. Stream starts only several minutes late. Only several. Only a few. But it starts. It does start. I need to make Discord stop making sounds because it's annoying. Isn't it early? No, it absolutely is not, Speclad. Last week I had the stream late. It's because DC couldn't make it. This time that's an excellent point, Speclad. This time I have the stream back to the normal time, which is noon in my time zone. And then on top of everything, they keep on daylight savings timesing us, so that was, by now, like a month ago. Basically, if you don't live in my head, then the time is completely inconsistent. I was gonna say if you don't live in my time zone, but no. If you don't live inside of my brain, then good luck with the time zone. I need more monitors. I only have 3, so I can't have the stream, the recording, the game, and Discord open on separate monitors. But 4, like, that, no one can look around that far. That's not useful. Maybe I can stick Discord on the recording monitor and maybe just not take the whole space, leave enough space to see that the recording is still happening. That might work. I'm going to declare this a success. It's Yahweasel. My latest videos, I'm actually using the face camera in the recorded videos. I started doing that in recording just before I lost my mind. Just before I switched to the new face camera, and part of the reason why I decided I needed to commission a new one is I was seeing it and I was like, that's no good. let's see if we can improve this. And yeah, the new face cam is definitely improved for use in the actual videos. But the first few videos of Baldur's Gate, which I originally wasn't even planning on making videos of, but the first few videos are our old face. Our old face. I lose my mind, I get it back. I lose my mind, I get it back. You know how it is. Old face equals old school. Sure. Rented mind. Yes, exactly. Why don't I do intros and outros anymore? Asketh Specklad. So, if you watch the Baldur's Gate video, you might also notice that I'm doing, like, much more hardcore editing. And that's post-editing. That's not live editing. I have cut it... Hello, this is Yahweasel, that one, you know. I have cut it... the way I'm doing the editing, I don't know live when I'm going to switch to a new episode, because, like, the first episode of Baldur's Gate, I did cut it quite long. It's 50 minutes, but that's the entire, like, 4.5 hour stream. So I cut it in less than a quarter. I'm just doing much more severe editing, and as a consequence, I decided, you know, I don't really have the ability to do normal intros and outros. On top of that, I have borrowed from the editing I was doing for DOS Meme Team that I'm doing a sort of teaser at the beginning, and I think that's enough. That's enough intro. We don't need more than a teaser. No outro, though. Part of the reason to have an outro in the first place is that in the bad old days, YouTube would genuinely lose a second or two of the video at the end, and it was unpredictable exactly how much it would lose. So if you wanted your video not to get cut off, you had to stick, like, say, 2 seconds of at least something on the end. And so people would, you know, okay, rather than just making a black screen, I'm going to make like 20 seconds of some, you know, subscribe here, that kind of stuff. And then YouTube kind of codified that. But YouTube also fixed the bug that caused that in the first place. So now it's not even needed anymore. It doesn't, like, the videos actually stop when they stop instead of stopping several seconds before they stop. So outros, you know, like the spoken outro was always just what it was, but the outro video was only necessary because of a YouTube bug in the first place. And we are living in new times. Anyway, the other issue with the outro is that I had it automated, so there is no API for it, so I had it automated by literally mouse recording, and the new YouTube Studio, it's too inconsistent. It opens in different places, the buttons shift around, it's not even just like, oh, they keep on updating the user interface, it's just garbage, like, it's just inconsistent. Oh, hello. That's my mapping window. That'll be relevant when I map, if I map. Actually, you know what? Before, maybe I shouldn't put this in front of the chat. That would be polite. There we go. Let me just briefly show you what mapping looks like here. So I have mansion.map. So here's my mapping software. It's written in JavaScript. This is floor 1, which is the only floor of the mansion, and you can see, you know, every room is a dot, and then the lines show where you can walk. I can show with, like, arrows that this is to the east only. You can't go west that way. Star means there's a note. I actually didn't put oh yeah, that's right. The note here is the safe. There isn't actually a room here, but I marked it like a room just so I would know what direction it was. The only problem is, like, big chambers are a little bit difficult to map. That's usually not what you're doing in this kind of labyrinthine game. But the way this software works, like, you can just do it. Like, I'm just moving around. This is, of course, my own software. And it'll dig for you, or you can go into digging mode, and then you can set in every particular direction whether there's an exit in that direction, and you can also, you know, remove the exits in that direction. So this is like a really competent piece of mapping software that I was forced to write because video games are trash. Video games are bad. It's our mode to play NetHack with this. Don't really need it. No, don't remind me during a stream, Van Whitman. Remind me on Discord. I'm not gonna remember something you mentioned mid-stream. Anyway, so with that software, which is now in pretty good nick, I feel like I could play Bard's Tale or such, that kind of truly awful mapping game, or like Wizardry, which I only mention because I have friends who love Wizardry and I don't. Why would you capture the mouse? But why would you capture the mouse? I did so much to get RetroArch set up correctly, and then it captured the mouse. Why did it capture the mouse? What in... Oh, just... Give me a... What about A Hero's Call? A Hero's Call is fully 3D. That's one of the most bizarre things about A Hero's Call, is that it is not like tile-based movement. You might expect it to be. It would certainly be easier for us losers with sight. But no, it's fully 3D. So this mapper would not really be very useful for it. Sorry, I'm just now looking for the hotkey to ungrab the mouse. I didn't even know that was an option. Okay. Okay, mouse grab disabled again. NES, does NES... Oh, I guess it probably is simulating the light gun or something. Okay, let's try this again. I have fixed the emulator so I can actually save state now. So that's a good. So let's question the locals in this random area. Mr. Hirata has not been seen since the very day of the murder. Okay, let's go through these just in case it has to go through these. He did have a nephew named Mr. Criminal. That should be enough for... I'm lazy. Let's not do all of this. Let's just check if Mr. Hirata is here. I slightly changed how my face capture is working, and now I'm always narrowing my eyes, so apologies if it looks like I'm always narrowing my eyes. I'm not. Pixel hunting with the light gun. Okay, let's move. Let's go to the mansion. What is it? Select, start, B. I found a ring. Great. Love finding rings. Hooray. Move. Inside the mansion. And investigate. Found a matchbox. Sonic is the culprit. Sonic is always the culprit. Investigate the matchbox. It says call that. Okay, 1173149. In the study, investigate the bottom right corner of the cabinet. I already did that. I found a key there. Ask. Thank you. Investigate. So I found the key, I think, here. Yeah. That was the first pixel hunting I actually did on my own, successfully. But do you mean, like... I mean, this is a cabinet. Here's a drawer. That's not a cabinet. Oh my god, that's not a... Calmness. Calmness. Just be calm and don't be angry at the game. I could not have more specifically needed exactly that photograph. Investigate. How do I get the, oh, take, there we go. The murder weapon. It was in the bottom right of the drawer, that is not a cabinet. And mind you, that whole thing is a drawer, so you would think you could click anywhere on it and open it, but I definitely clicked on the drawer. Okay. Let's move into the next room. Oh, that's right. I have to hit the painting. Or do I? Is that it? No. I have to take the painting. There it is. Then I have to hit the button. In the other room, investigate under the table. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you would have to investigate this room a lot, but I definitely investigated under the table before. And he said that. Oh, do you mean in the not study room? In the living room. I feel like I investigated under the table here, but there is a lot of under the table. Nothing suspicious here. Yasu, I hate you. I want you dead. I want you to die. I want you dead, Yasu. I'm gonna kill you and put your body on top of the other body, and then I'll have 2 murders to investigate. Can't you just say, like, sweep the room? Okay. Okay, let's stop being angry. Let's go down the stairs. Okay, now, let's see if I can do something here. Can I make this semi-transparent or something? That's useless. Why is it dark, asks Van Whitman. Because that's the correct way to use a terminal? But more importantly, how do I make it, There's gotta be a way to make it, like, semi-transparent. Okay. What, let me investigate this on my own.
Tell me, are katas, strictly... Do they strictly mate for life? Is it always a monogamy situation there? I'm just curious about the cultural differences, that's all. I'm just, you know, as a human who hasn't met many katas, I'm always curious about sort of the differences that might exist between our cultures and whether, you know, there's certain leverage for interspecies relations.
My fear is that I'm completely wrong and this isn't... Oh, I caught him! Use bellows! You capture the air elemental in the bellows and proudly put them away. And they all reappear instantly. Ooh, snack! Oh no, I don't have my simulants out. My simulacrums out. Oh god, that was a buttered popcorn flavored jelly beer. Oh. I got buttered popcorn plus bubble gum. This is the worst tasting butterfly yet. Oh no. Oh, it only fires orthogonally. Oh, this bow sucks. No, shoot another direction. Wow, I accidentally hit a bat. And on to serotonin, which is actually called... Oh, I'll have to talk to somebody first. It's actually called Bow Wow. What a strange name for a town. I'm pretty sure that's hitting him. Let me get right up in his business. Yeah, this is doing nothing. That is not a good technique. How about just... Oh. Turns out, just had to hit him a bit with a sword. Ooh, transparency. Sorry, that took a shamefully long time. Mansion map, please. And now, I merely need to, use both to figure out where I'm going. And just make sure not to go at a bad speed. Oh no, the path behind is closed in. Yeah, that's right, I can arrest the wall. How many maps do you have? Asks Speclad. 1. I have made this map for this game. I think I made this tool midway through playing Phantasy Star? But then kinda sorta didn't use it. And So this is, like, the only maps I really have are for this game, and there's only one of those, but now that I have this and it works really, really well, I can use it for, you know, other terrible software. Mind you, it's not like it's watching the input on like both the controller and the screen. It's just I have to click in both places. So it's a little bit awkward in that sense, in that I'm like sort of doubling my concentration looking in two different places at the same time. But it works well. It works really, really well, I think. Is it visible for you? Oh yeah, that looks great, actually. That looks shockingly great. I mean, given that no effort was put into making it look good, I think that looks amazing. Boss, there's a safe at the end here. Okay, let's get rid of the map. Let's look at the safe. I want to investigate the safe. Okay. And then investigate the IOUs. And then take the IOUs. And then wouldn't it be great if I could just say, okay, leave now? But no, I have to map my way back out of here. So good thing I've got a map. Trash video game. By the way, the mapping software uses WASD, but exactly 0% of software from the era where this was an acceptable way to write a game uses WASD. So it, you know, you could have half the keyboard dedicated to the map and the other half dedicated to the game if you wanted to. Oh, the man behind the club. Just head straight for the rightmost hole. Go. Okay, I got confused somehow. Let me just make these align again. There we go. And there we go. We've escaped this hellhole. Do DNA strafe? No, DNA turns, Speclad, just like in the actual in the game. It has to work that way so that you can just press left when you press left and such. Okay. Now I feel like we've got some good stuff out of this room. Did I ever really investigate the lighter? I guess there's probably not a lot of investigation to be done with the lighter, but I can't. You can only investigate it in the room where you found it, you know, just like real life. So let me. So long as I'm here, investigate the lighter. An expensive-looking lighter. Is it Kozo's? I mean, it's the 1980s. We're in Japan. Every single human being smokes. It could be anyone's. Okay. Shouldn't I take... I already took the lighter. The lighter is... Okay, I thought I had already taken the lighter. Okay, I'm an idiot. I just found it and left it there. I forgot that when you find something, it'll say, look, there's a lighter here, and then he just leaves it there like an idiot. The game evolved out of ZX80 quality, says Hoomstum. So this game was originally for, I think, the PC 88. I really wanted to play that version, but it hasn't been translated, and I don't speak that language. Let's go ahead and take care of the delinquent real quick. So I'm going to go to Kobe Harbor. Okay. Let's look for Toshi here. Okay, let's look for Mr. Harada here for no reason. Anything stupid we have to investigate here, Speculad? I would say something sarcastic about Japanese in Chinese, but I don't know how to say Japanese in Chinese. Damn. Star 15. Let's take that memo. Oop. Just immediately click dial again. That's not what I wanted. Let's go back to the harbor. Hey, it's Mr. Suspicious. He's gone. We didn't arrest him because we're the worst police officers in the world. Go ahead and save the state, and then a screenshot for no reason. Free cocaine. Was it established what drug it was? I'm confident it was drugs. Narcotics. Cocaine considered a narcotic? Yeah, because it's a analgesic. Call in Toshi. Here's Toshi. Arrest the narcotic. Okay, let's just leave him here because we're an idiot. We have to go back to the mansion to mumble something. Time of death. I forget how we found the time of death. Oh, did I just have to ask about Kozo? Alibi? 9 p.m. Thank you. Okay, let's get Toshi back in now that we know how to ask him a question. Oh yeah, this is this. Okay. Okay, so now we know that Yukiko is a person. Shall I hit first, ask questions later? Let's ask questions first. Interestingly, I can't show him the picture of Kozo. Not that there will be any purpose to that. It's just a doodle with words on it, like doodles do. Okay, time for police brutality. How easy is it to lose the game by being uncontrollably stupid? Asks Humstum. Well, you can lose the game in the sense of getting soft-logged. Okay, I can do that. We are back to square one. Luckily, it didn't take us very long to get to square one. So... let's call Yukiko. I'd like you to tell us what you know about Mr. Hirata. You mean my dad? My old man borrowed money from the guy. Oh, I can't show her the IOUs. That's interesting. Her voice, it's wherever it is. I'll place it wherever I feel like at the time. Oh, you mean the... Yes. So I'm gonna, yes, I'm a 15-year-old girl. If the IOUs are unshowable, then that means they're not important. Let's just make sure that we actually took them. IOUs, okay, we did take them. Let's take her photo for absolutely no reason, and then hit her? No, it won't let me hit her. Yeah, if I can't show her the IOUs, that's kind of interesting. Who else might I need to call out, then? I haven't called anybody out yet, so let's call the guard. Yeah. I've already found the secret basement. I didn't kill no one. Okay, looks like we're gonna take a little bit of police brutality here. Here's some drugs. What do you think about them? How about the lighter? The interesting custom lighter. He might know about that. It doesn't belong to Kozo. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I didn't take his photo. We're gonna start by taking your photo. And then we're gonna start by taking your clothes. Fine. We can only be so abusive. I need your photo, your clothes, and your motorcycle. Do you know about this lighter? Do you want some drugs? Okay, I think it's time to go to the bar. Go to the bar! Oh, that's right, I need to ask around. See if anybody else knows anything. Fine. Any, pixel hunting to do here? Investigate the strip club. Oh, I wanted you to actually go to the strip club. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, now let's go to Pal. Nude! Nude! Last time, yeah, I did find something in the... If it's not mandatory, that's all I mean. Oh, this guy! Mr. Kawamura. Okay. Ask about Mr. Kawamura, then. He used to come here pretty often. Don't suppose you have a picture of him? Great. Great. Okay. So indeed, last time I found out about a particular stripper. I'm kind of wondering if I can just, like, go to the police station and say, call in Mr. Kawamura. We don't know anything about him. Okay. Or wait, was it this? Was it this sign? Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go back to the police station and see if it lets me call in Mr. Kawamura. That makes no sense, but, you know. Yep, okay. So let's see if we can ask somebody else about Mr. Kawamura. Like, maybe the guard knows about Mr. Kawamura? If I say, like, investigate someone when I'm talking to him, it's obviously not going to be Mr. Kawamura because he's, it's too obvious. Like, oh, it's the guy he had a big fight with. Well, no crap. I forgot to take your photo. So I wonder, maybe Mr. Kawamura is somebody we already know? But I had to show that picture and he'd go, oh yeah, that's Mr. Kawamura. Not inconceivable. It's maybe not likely. It's not inconceivable. I could just punch the guard a bit, just for giggles. Yes, I know. I've already investigated it. Wasn't there also something to take at the police station while nobody was there? Not that I remember, Speclad, but maybe I can quickly make that happen. But before making that happen, let's go to Kyoto and find nothing here. If there's pixel hunting in Kyoto that I didn't figure out, I'm going to be really angry. Investigate the temple. So last time we got some information about Mr. Not Kawamura, the other one, in the temple. But they're telling us nothing this time. Now, I don't remember finding anything here. Interesting that I can investigate the stuff here. Well, I could take photos, and I could take clothes. I'm not kidding around, Yasu. We have Mr. Kamiya's picture, we have Fumi's picture, Toshi is useless. Doesn't seem to be in the police station. I wonder if... because now I can look for Mr. Kawamura, which I couldn't do before. I wonder if I just have to look for him in the right place. He hasn't come around here recently. That's an unsurprising thing. Nobody's come around anywhere recently. Close the case. Oh, wait, now that I can save state, I'm very curious what happens if I just close the case for no reason. Speculate, I was literally thinking, yeah, maybe that customer was Mr. Kawamura the whole time. Oh, that's right, I tried this. I forgot trying this. Just does this. Okay. So I have 2 leads, but I know nothing about where to actually find them. Not the first thing. So what now? One moment, I'll be right back. Sometimes the tried and true is the right technique. Is the joke that they're, wait, there's no one driving! There's no one driving the bus! Oh god, we're all gonna die! Oh, it turns on its own. It must be one of these new Google, self-driving, cars. Speak to Xiaomu. Bethink of the sea and fishing. I has been fished for 30 years. You try the sense facing to the sea to fish? Yes. Oh, the man to fish is born. Olsenba received pole. Olsenba pole pocket duck. 0 only the sea. Where to have water, where to fish. Hello, Blueberry. The other thing that makes me think it's definitely not Mr. Kawamura is that the direction of owing was wrong. Kozo owed Mr. Kawamura money, and you don't kill somebody who owes you money unless you can get the money out of them by doing so. Oh, I didn't ask about the lighter. Maybe it was Mr. Kawamura's lighter. Let's ask them about the lighter. This is a bar in the 80s, so you're allowed to smoke in here, and everyone does. Oop. It's Mr. Kawamura's. Okay, now we're talking, now we're talking. I don't know what to do with that. I can go back to the police station and see if I can show it to anybody. I'm just mocking Japan. That's all, Speclad. Just mocking Japan. I hear it's better now. It was terrible through, like, the early 2000s even, that, like, literally every adult male smoked. Now that we know a little bit more about the lighter, can we say what we know about it? Nope. Useless. We know it's a very fancy lighter, so Mr. Kawamura is a rich person, which we also know anyway. So where would we go to find Mr. Fancy Pants? Maybe that place that's across from Kobe Harbor? So I'm gonna go here instead. I'm just gonna look for Mr. Kawamura in a bunch of places. Wrong. Wrong again. There we go. Just gotta keep clicking until I remember which key does the right thing. Oh! Okay. Oh, no, it's Kozo Yamakawa. I was like, oh, it's a mansion. Yeah, wrong mansion, idiot. Pretty much, Spec Lad, you just yell out Kawamura and hope somebody turns their head. Well, so much for that. Okay, let's think. Who could we show? So we showed the lighter. That told us that Mr. Kawamura, that it's his lighter, and that tells us that he was in the mansion at some point. We don't know what point, don't really know the significance yet, but we know he was there. Period. We already looked, actually, in pretty much all of the elsewheres. Could Mr. Kawamura just be hiding in the basement? Oh! Oh! Okay. So Okoi does matter. We had to... Okay. Okay, fine. Let's go to the police station. Let's call out Okoi. Let's start by taking a photo. Then let's, when she didn't let me do that, let's take her clothes. I was really hoping it would have a reaction like that. That's great. Okay, anyway. This is Mr. Kawamura's lighter, isn't it? Yes, okay. Can I ask her about Mr. Kawamura? Yes! Could you, tell me where he lives or something? Do you know anything about Kozo? Ah! Interesting. I actually believe you. I do want to hit you just because police brutality is the right way to play this game. That's probably a pretty good alibi, actually. Just before we police brutality, let's go ahead and save state, because I have literally no reason to do this. Okay, now let's ask her again about Mr. Kawamura. It's really hoping she might know where he lives or something. Maybe he's in the strip club at all times. He just lives there. And you're under arrest for being a stripper. Let's not brutalize her. That feels like not a great thing to do. Starting to think his first name is just Mr. Yeah, everybody only knows him as Mr. Specklat. So, what can you tell me now? Violence isn't an answer, it's a question, and the answer is yes. It's Master Dragon in chat. It was for dumb shit, but not for character I'm sure has a name here. Oh no, he doesn't, he's just the boss. Oh, so now that we know a bit more about him, can we call him in? I didn't even try. I assumed that... But, like, if we know he has 6 convictions, then we know enough about him to call him in, surely. He's got a rap sheet. We've got his first name, too. Masagi. Short for misogynist. I feel like the place I'm most likely to screw up is when investigating, so this is what I'm choosing to save state. Okay. With each step, we learn just a little bit more, but not enough to do anything useful. Misogynist is the whitest kids you know worthy pun. Well, thank you, Specklat, but I don't think I'm quite up to their standards. Huh. I'm wondering if, like, now that I know a little bit more about him, I can ask other people about him or something? Like, Mr. Kamiya, I really should be able to ask him about... But I can't. I've investigated everything I can think to about them, Well, I haven't, like, in this, I haven't asked for Mr. Kawamura's alibi, which, of course, is just gonna say he hasn't given us one. And for Okoi, I have done nothing here, but I don't know if this would be valuable. Yeah, it is all useless. By the way, I twiddled things around a little bit. Is my lip sync closer now? Is it better? I've made it pretty good during the recording, but live it's still a bit tricky. I could just punch him because he's here. I mean, I can keep calling people out and seeing if I'm allowed to ask them about, Kamiya. A-E-I-O-U! Yeah. Mr. Hirata and Mr. Kawamura. Mr. Hirata owed Mr. Dead, I've forgotten his name, Kozo, owed Kozo money, and Kozo owed Mr. Kawamura money, and was also being blackmailed by Mr. Kawamura. Yukiko is the child of Mr. Hirata. God, I want to beat her senseless. I'm just trying to think where does this evidence lead or suggest? I've got this ring that I know nothing about. Okay, the key we're basically done with. The photo of Kozo was basically to get the barkeep to know him. The memo was about the drugs. The package was the drugs. The IOUs are, you know, they tell us who's who. The knife is the murder weapon. The matchbox, other than leading us to Pal Bar, I don't know if it has any purpose. And the lighter has told us a lot about Kawamura. So I don't have the ring. I probably didn't actually pick up the ring because I'm an idiot. Thank you, Speklad. I indeed didn't actually pick up the ring because I'm an idiot. Now let's see whose ring this is. Let's start by calling people out, see if anybody knows about it. By the way, stuff I've already told you 4 times. I mean, it's not going to be Toshi's ring, is it? Okay. 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 I mean, she's clearly lying. Surely that's enough to give her a quick punch in the face, right? Like, police brutality with a purpose. She's clearly lying. We can't punch a child even if the child is lying. Do I have to, like, go back and forth? I have to now talk to Toshi again? No. I mean, there's obviously something there, and that might let us, get a little bit more information. But I don't know. Yes, at least we're allowed to hit Toshi if we want to. So we know that Yukiko... Oh, maybe we need to ask her about her alibi or something. God, I want to punch her. Says the same thing. So now we have Yukiko's ring, but it was lost outside of the mansion. Maybe Mr. Hirata took it to try to pawn it, essentially? Helps me pretty much none. Maybe I have to theorize. Thus far, theorization has been pretty useless. Yeah, it's just the same thing as he said before. Yeah, I feel like this is not making progress. Okay. So Hanakuma, other than being the place we started, hasn't actually accomplished anything for us just yet. No. It had the information that they hadn't seen Mr. Hirata in a while. Speculate suggests I could show the ring to the bartender. Yeah. I mean, for lack of anything else to do, fine. I have no real reason to do so, but I have no reason not to. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm impressed that the bartender is, has been able to continue tending bar with only one arm. It's, an inspiration, really. Hello. So, harass Yukiko enough and she'll find more information. Probably had to show her the ring. Could you remember it for me, boss? Screw you. Remember things yourself. 177-2493. Okay. This feels somewhat familiar. We're sorry. The number you've dialed is not in service. So if it's not a phone number... Or maybe I misdialed it? So it's either not a phone number or no longer a valid phone number. Or it's not a local number. Because this is the 1980s and it doesn't have an area code. So if I dial it in Kyoto, I'll get something different. Hello, I'm old. Terradaya Inn. He stayed, past tense, with us. Said he's heading to Amitabha Peak. I'm betting he's dead. Oh yeah, he's very dead. He is profoundly dead. Very, very dead. So Mr. Hirata was the culprit after all. He killed Kozo and then took his own life. A sad ending, but the case has been solved. Please command me to close this case, boss. No, let's investigate instead. I mean, there's an absence of, like a stool or anything in the grass, so it would have been quite tricky for him to hang himself in this way. And the tree in the background is a different color. Seems to have left a note. Yeah, that one was fine. I would barely even call that pixel hunting. That's like the space where there should be a stool. There isn't. He tied the knot mid-jump, says yes. Let's investigate that note. It says nothing about having murdered Kozo. And he wouldn't worry that much about the debt if he knew that the, target of the debt was been murdered. Okay, well, let's go harass his let's call his daughter out here. That seems like a great place. No, do it! Do it! Do it! So lonely. So lonely. Can we not take the body? Fine, take the grass then. You know what, given that I can save state, let me see what happens if I close the case now, even though it's clearly wrong. Mr. Hirata was the criminal after all. Take care. Several days later. Do I have to... Okay. Boss, oh no, the chief wants to have a talk with you. Hello, the chief here. Mr. Rada is what the heck do you mean, Mr. Rada is a criminal? The autopsy report said Mr. Rada died around 1 p.m. on the 17th. He was dead before Kozo was killed. We opened the investigation immediately understand such idiots. Man, that was harsh. Okay, then. I guess we should get back to... Okay. So it doesn't just, it's not just like a you lose. It does sort of force you to continue after a brief chastisement. Well, let's punch the dead body. I think that's right, I think, yeah, it was making a weed joke, and I didn't even catch it. Take the grass. Okay. You know what, let's go back to Kobe. Let's go back to the police station. The results of Mr. Harada's autopsy are in. His time of death has been put at 1 p.m. on the 17th. This means he was dead before Kozo died. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Well, let's call out his daughter and tell her congratulations, you've inherited his debt! That's a weird reaction to your father committing suicide. That's a pretty strange reaction to your father committing suicide. He did at least choose a beautiful place to kill himself, so that was nice of him. We might be done with her. That whole thing might have just been to clear his name, in which case the only suspect we have left is but I don't know what to do with that information. Can you arrest Yukiko for being a nuisance? Asks Specklad. Boy howdy, I'd love to. No is the answer. We're sorry. That number is not in service. Oh, I didn't think, yeah, because of course I took that. No, can't show her the suicide note. That would be a pretty vicious thing to do. Hilarious, but vicious. I think the show list is the same for everyone, so I can't show anybody. Yeah, I won't be able to show anybody else than suicide note either. So we can't show the suicide note basically. This says, what do you think of your father's suicide note? Skill issue. Specklad suggests that the note could have been in someone else's handwriting or something. But I mean, the content of the note cleared him anyway. So that wouldn't have been much. That would have been interesting if there was any reason to suspect that it was a murder, but even if it was a murder, it was unrelated to the murder, so... Oh, we haven't strip searched you for no reason. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that strip search. Bye. I mean, I'm pretty much in the same position I was in before, but with one name eliminated from the list of possibilities. Okay. So the The biggest problem here is that we have absolutely no clue where Mr. Kawamura is, and haven't found yet a way to determine that. I didn't investigate much on the peak. Let me go back to that peak just because it's a place to go. The dead body has already been taken away. Nobody else is here. There was no one who seemed particularly suspicious, what with the no one at all. Punch the tree, Yasu. Just punch it. Get some maple syrup. It's not a maple tree, but, you know, get some maple syrup anyway. Thinking, 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 thinking. Oak syrup? I mean, there's birch beer. That's made from birch syrup, basically. Birch sap. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Trying to mute my phone, but I can't because it's asking for a password now for no reason. Thank you, Android. The worst part would be if there are, like, secret walls in that weird basement and I have to tap on a certain wall or something. But it hasn't given me any, like, it hasn't suggested that that would be a thing. That would be a lot even for this game. But I wouldn't put it past it. I can show things to bystanders here. Arrest that bystander! Take the street! Take the entire suburb! Brain, no worky, not know what next do. Have I punched the guard in this playthrough? What guard? I don't remember a guard. Oh, you mean, Mr. Kamiya. Yeah. I had to for him to tell me that he was out drinking. But, I haven't discovered where he was out drinking. Maybe now that I know a bunch more information, if I make him talk again, then he'll... I mean, he said this. Want some drugs? Well, color me confused. Okay, let's think. Hanakuma gave us some information, not a lot, but a non-zero amount. The mansion, I really feel like I've searched the mansion pretty exhaustively at this point. The only possibility that's still sort of haunting me is that there could be more in that stupid basement. Like there could be I have to knock on a wall or some kind of nonsense like that. The harbor, I feel like that was mostly about Toshi, and then it lets you go out to that other suburb, but we have no reason to go there. I'm betting that Mr. Kawamura lives there, but we don't know how to find that out, and without that information, we can't do anything with it. Shinkaichi is where the PAL bar is, as well as the strip club. The strip club let us find out about Kawamura. Toshi's apartment was just for Toshi, of course, and Kyoto probably was just for Mr. Hirata. So, I suspect we need to figure out that Mr. Kawamura lives on that other island. How we are supposed to do that, I don't know. Sumoto. Speclad suggests that I probably just need to make Yukiko admit that the ring is hers. I mean, do you think that now that her pop is dead, she'll do that? She wouldn't do that before. And I can't beat her, and I don't know how to solve the problem without violence. You want some drugs? God. There's got to be some way to beat her without beating her, because this is ridiculous. May need to prove her father's dead somehow, says Confin. I tried to take the body. I wanted to show it to her, but if I just ask again, will she say different things? No. Maybe the body is at the police station, says Speclad. I mean, it should be at the morgue, but it's not like I can show it anyway. Wrong memo, Gotvin. That's not the suicide note. Although I guess, you know, it's connected to Toshi, so I could show it. God, you're annoying. But you're not allowed to hit her. I have tried showing her the lighter, Goffin. I'll do it again just to show, but it's just one of many, you know, she doesn't know what it is. Really want to punch her. Hoping you would turn on the light. Yeah, I remember this. This was Yukiko's after all. So, like, she only found that hint after I showed her the ring. The one ring to rule them all. But other than that, it hasn't really done anything. I'm still flummoxed. I'm still flummoxed. No, Spec Lad, that's just an Easter egg. If you say to go into the theater, you just send Yasu into the theater. Although, I guess now that we have a reason, maybe I can? I don't know. No, yeah, it's just this Easter egg. I'm still confused. I'm still confused. Singing. Okay. Let's try to think. Mr. Kawamura lives somewhere. We don't know where. He went to the Pal Bar. He used to be the criminal associate of Kozo. He was blackmailing Kozo. Kozo owed him a bunch of money. We know that he liked this strip club. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this information. I feel like I've shown everything to everyone. And despite him having figured out a bunch of information on him, I can't... Yeah, I don't know where he is. I tried showing Okoi the note. What note? I can't show anyone the suicide note, Specklad. Would you like some drugs? I mean, is there a possibility that the way you need to do this is like... go to the mansion basement and twiddle about? I mean, I guess I can show everything to Toshi. We've already done this. And then the other two are how we got him arrested. So we've obviously already shown him these two. The package, he just goes, exclamation point. You know we've already arrested Toshi, right, Gotvin? Let's call out Mr. Hirata's corpse. She's so annoying, yet I'm not allowed to hit her. I mean, I'd like to investigate her hand so that I can see if she's wearing a ring, but her hand is down there. Maybe we need to threaten to arrest her. Yeah, so previously I couldn't ask her about Toshi, and I still can't. Maybe now that we've shown the ring to Toshi, we can ask him about her? I don't think I've tried. No. I feel like I'm out of investigative options. I don't know whether I've asked everyone to look at the ring, so let's just sort of one by one. No, I definitely have, actually, now that I think about it, because that's the only way I found Toshi and Yukiko to have it in the first place. I just, like, yeah, I got to Toshi, and then it showed it that it was hers, yeah. And I showed it to Okoi later just because I was confused and had nothing better to do. She is the only one who could possibly know where Mr. Kimura lives. Mr. Kawamura. Am I allowed to hit her? No, I think I tried. I'm still very confused. So very confused. Am I? Fumi hasn't had much of any value to say. I feel like I have, by this point, pretty much shown everything to everyone. Are we 100% sure there's no more pixel hunting, Speculate? I am really running low on options here. Not one of my customers. We don't actually allow 15-year-old girls in this particular bar. I'm just like clicking around randomly. I'm not applying any logic here, and that definitely does not lead to anything good. Speclad, if there's a hint you can give me without giving it away, like, is it my horrible thought that I have to tap on all the damned walls in the basement? So if there's some kind of clue you can give me, Speclad, that might lead me in the right direction without just out and out telling me, that would be appreciated. Well, that much is obvious, Speclad, but I haven't found any way to deal with her other than, like, 'cause I'm not allowed to punch her. And I've asked everything, and I've asked again, and maybe you need to try and strip search her, and that makes her less annoying. There's another way to deal that you missed. I already did that. Already asked all of that. When you investigate someone, it's not, like, specific. So what I was just thinking, Speclad, with dialing the phone is I wonder if we can make whoever we're investigating talk to someone. So let's instead 1173-149. Yeah, I don't think that dial phone is particularly useful. It can't be closed cased. Cased? I tried arresting and that wouldn't do anything. I can't get her to move somewhere. If I call somebody else out, I'm pretty sure it always just swaps. Yeah. I mean, maybe I can call her out. So it's strongly discouraged me from calling people out to locations. And it just does this. I was totally on board with Yukiko as the most the most suspicious person, but I figured out nothing for dealing with her. Nada. What if I hit the desk instead of her? What if I hit the door instead of her? What if I hit the wall instead of her? Maybe I needed to do that investigation in order for some different thing to unlock? That she was there, Specklad. That she was there, presumably with her father, but I don't know how to do anything about that information. Like, because I tried asking about the alibi. That's nothing. Her alibi changed, though, didn't? No. It's the other one who said that she was taking English lessons. So close. What do you mean so close? So wait, will you at least tell me? Okay, this much hint is it is something I need to do in the police station with her there? Question mark. Doesn't matter where you do it. Like, I assume he was pawning it or something. Doesn't matter where you do it. I mean, the only things that it doesn't matter are like dialing the phone and investigating evidence and such. Dialing the phone does depend on where you do it. Fair point, Specklet. I am completely flummoxed. Like, I feel like I've done every interaction that the game offers. What? Why would you... But... Investigate someone is supposed to just be information you know. It's not... Why wouldn't you have just told me that, Yazoo? Oh my god. That's BS. He agreed to lend some more. So according to her, Mr. Yamakawa was in agreement. This means Kozo wasn't responsible for Mr. Hirata's suicide. No crap. He was supposed to be in a ton of debt, but also it doesn't mean that because she might not have communicated back to Mr. Hirata. Whatever. Still a very weird way to respond to that. I feel like that was maybe a necessary piece of information and yet didn't help one iota. It led me nowhere. Arrest her for perjury? Surely it doesn't let me. Okay, let's investigate her alibi now. Why would it not tell me that maybe at some point it did tell me that and I just didn't internalize it. Doesn't seem likely though. So now do I need to investigate Mr. Hirata? That's a pretty good alibi. Can't get a much more solid alibi than that. He runs a store. I didn't know that. quite a few companies have been driven to bankruptcy thanks to his games and the con games and the like. Companies like, I don't know, greengrocers maybe? That feels like a necessary step, but not a sufficient step. It didn't actually get me anywhere. Time for a midstream break. I'll be back in a bit.
Next time... What? It's a climb tree. Climbing would serve no purpose right now. Can I climb the wall over... Oh, okay, there's a hole there. Okay. Was not expecting that. Oh yes, we're gonna go back and we're gonna give the stone, or the vortex thingy, the vortex stone, and that object is a closed time-like curve. They did this in Babylon 5. Oh man, I'm a nerd. Anyway. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's not yet night, it's just nightfall. Let's, pretend like I didn't come out here and just wait a couple more hours.
He just sees you leave your room and then walk immediately back in.
I leave my room, look directly at him, look suspiciously back and forth, and then walk back into my room. He's like, that seems normal. That's how people behave. So, I have no qualms with that. Dang it, go away, people. Stop.
Doesn't he know that you're a thief, too? Or is he
Regan?
one of the... Is he one of the ones who doesn't know that you're a thief?
Oh, Sigurd definitely knows I'm a thief. That's why he wouldn't take the challenge.
Yeah. So he sees a thief come out of
right. He sees an established and known thief walk out of a room, look at him, look suspiciously around, and then go back into a room. Hey, puppy, I got a runic stick for you.
You're gonna beat the puppy to death?
No, I'm just gonna throw the stick.
Oh, because it's a stick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My ocarina beeps. Does your ocarina beep? Did you hear it, Laura? You're not helpful, Laura. Drama. Drama's happening. Aha, an intruder. And you're dead.
Because we never know what's on the next screen.
Possibly joy, possibly death.
Or I can just do that. I'm gonna have to jump across again, aren't I?
It's gonna load you on this. Of course it is. It doesn't save your exact location on a screen.
There's also a single sunglass on the left.
It's a pair of... God. You are so good at wandering off cliffs to your death.
Well,
check that you have the crystal, because it looked like it was intact there. But
to be fair, the controls are not the...
Yes, and this area just wants you to...
I've gotten nothing to say.
Be careful, Graham! God, is he climbing with only his arms?
It looks like, yeah,
This
he
man
is.
has the greatest upper body strength in the world. Jeez, he's a king! Where does he do all of this arm-only wall climb? He's dead. Very good. Very good.
Oh, their eyes follow me.
You're
And then
dead.
yeah. I'm glad I saved that.
The eyes have it.
I would think that would have, like, transformed it in some way. It, you know... No, don't!
Okay, apparently there's a hole on that side, too.
I love how, like, non-dramatic it is when you fall off an edge. Whoops, I'm dead now. Well, there's the... Oh, God, everything crashes in. Oh, well, okay, yep. Oh, it's Satan. Hi, Satan. What's up?
Look at it. It's beautiful.
It's Satan. Bye, Satan. Thanks. A more intensive form of liquid. What does that mean? Should I urinate on
I
it?
think you see a momentary stirring of life in the dehydrated creature.
So apparently crocodiles are tougher than alligators. Also, crocodiles live in swamps and alligators live in zoos. That sentence broke down halfway through saying it. Anyway, so this is the game where I sit here and be confused about how to play this game. Receive drug! Oh, whoa, okay! Oh, future Yahweasel, I was not expecting to need some censorship here! Whoa, okay! Oh, God! Oh, man, I'm choking! Okay, somebody show me to Henry or Susan or Jahorse. I know I'm super, I'm amazing! Oh, that's right, I was trying to get into the damned car. Not like that. Get in the car, please! I'm begging you to get in the car. I'm pressing every button. I had to approach it from above before. Am I, like, trapped? Can I not get in the car ever because I can't approach it from above? Oh, what do I do here? Let me in the buggy! Oh, this game is buggy. You see, my fiancé spelled wrong and I were walking through these woods.
No, that's right.
It has two E's, doesn't it?
No, only for female.
Oh, really?
Yep. And it has an accent over the first for a female.
Whoa, you just blew my mind. Oh.
Nothing about that sounds good for. Oh, not one of these.
Wait, for me, we made it and then we were dead.
Oh, I should turn off my AC because it's extremely loud. I still have no thoughts. I don't know what to do next. Oh, of course, Speclad. Oh, God. Of course it would be this garbage that you have to, like, go somewhere and then once you get to the police station, you'll be like, hey, there's a message for us. It's told that Okoi just now called in with a tip saying that Mr. Kawamura is at the Sumire apartments right now. I don't know where the Sumire... Oh, yes. Apparently I do. They're right here. Dun, dun, dun! He's dead and he's been pinned to the wall. How normal. We're now at the Sumire apartments. What in the world? It's Mr. Kawamura. He's dead. We never expected this. What with this game being called the Portopia Serial Murder Case? He gave up, realizing there was no more running and chose suicide. Well, case closed. Someone again, but the case has been solved. Please command me to close this case, boss. Body is still warm. I don't think it's been very long since death. One stab to the neck with a knife. It's the same MO as Kozo's case. There's no sign of theft or vandalism. I mean, not only was he stabbed in the neck, but they, like, stuck the knife through and stuck him to the wall with the knife, which seems pretty gruesome. Then take the entire room. Oh, fine. Let's stupidly try to close the case. Just for giggles. After saving. Congratulations, it was a criminal after all. Take care. Several days later. That's how the death happened. I don't think your murderer is human. Yeah, pinned him to the wall with a knife. Doesn't seem very human possible. Guy had 6 previous convictions. He's the type that gets released and then commits another crime again. He's not the type of guy who would commit suicide because he faces another arrest. Yep. That's not a very good bit of reasoning, but I mean, it is correct in this case. Anyway, let's not do that. Let's just punch the dead body because we're cool like that. Anything else to investigate? Okay, so if we go back to the police station, then it'll be like the coroner reported back or not, or not. Would have loved to hear from the coroner. We need to ask for an alibi first. That's going to be hard. That's going to be difficult. We can't investigate his body now. Well, back to the apartments again. Yeah, I can't go, like, into the apartment. I now have exactly 0 leads, which is pretty cool. Great. Let's go to the bar. Because that's the only thing that connects the two. They both went to this bar. That guy was killed too? No way! Yeah way! Yeah, he was killed too. Why is the front desk lady wearing a sailor outfit? Ask Smith. That is not the front desk lady. That's the investigation room. And that is the school child that we asked in to investigate. Yeah, I guess Okoi is the only other person that really knew Kawamura. I wish I could show people dead bodies just to, like, freak them out. In the interrogation room, see? There is something he mentioned once. The biggest swindle he worked up with Kozo victimized a company over in Sumoto called Sawaki Industries. Oh, speaking of which, did you say the personal assistant's name was Fumi Sawaki? Oh, it's nothing. You know, I'm sorry, but I showed it. I thought I'd be seeing you. Bye. That's not suspicious at all. Dun dun dun! Fumiya is gone! We can't go to the company. We can't go to the company. It's gone. Okay, who would know about Fumi? Only, what's-his-face, the guard. I mean, the only way I've gotten leads before is I go to the police station, then it's like, oh, a lead came in. Pretty annoying. Maybe the company is on that island. Was that the name of that island? Maybe that was the name of that island. I don't remember the name of that island. Maybe that was the name of that island. Sumoto. Yeah, okay. I can't go to the... Oh, Fumi, the poor little girl. Her father's company was conned and went bankrupt. Both their parents committed suicide. After that, she was taken in by some relatives. And she was separated from her only sibling, her older brother. The older brother? Well, I don't know where he ended up. If I recall correctly, the boy had a butterfly-shaped birthmark on his shoulder. That's not very useful. Well, he's adopted by a different family, so I don't even think he'd still have the same last name. Okay, that's it. Is this where the stripping comes into play? Asks Speglad. Ask Okoi if she knows anybody, any male strippers with a butterfly tattoo. Okay. So now I have a hint about her brother. No clues about her. Yeah, I don't really have anything of hers or anything. I have taken a picture of her. Speklad, I've already stripped the guard. Oh, but now I know what to look for. Now, okay. He wasn't carrying anything suspicious, but now I have a reason to do it other than just to be a lecher. Oh, some sort of map has been discovered in the ceiling of Mr. Kawamura's apartment and has been sent over. This map isn't the map of the underground maze at Kozu's mansion. According to this, it looks like there's still some secret left in that maze. Forward 3, left 8, left 4, right 5, left ... Okay, just what I wanted, to go back to the stupid maze. Is this the only place I'm gonna have to map in this entire game? Go ahead and hit that button with a hammer. That's how I press buttons. Did not mean to press hit. Here we go. Just to make sure, let me reset and load this map. Okay. Forward 3. 1, 2, 3. Left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Left 4. Right 5. Left. I mean, it said the rest was torn off, but like this isn't very useful. I've already found the safe. Did it maybe not know that I'd found the safe? Okay, that didn't do anything. Not surprising. Let's, so long as we're in a horrible basement, theorize about Fumi's brother. Great, you're useful as always. Can I just try moving forwards? No. Maybe someone else has the other half of the map, suggests Speclad. That would be outrageously helpful. I mean, if anybody did, it would be Kozo. Well, either way, I haven't found anything just by twiddling about there, and I don't think the right solution is just to wander aimlessly and hope that I find it. Okay, well, we've got 2 leads. We've got half a map, and we know we're looking for Kozo's brother. So let's strip search every male. I mean, Mr. Kamiya is considerably older than Fumi, so I really doubt that she's his brother. She's her, that he's her brother. There we go. I know how pronouns work. But it's always fun to strip search people. Just gonna strip search every mail. That was actually all of them. that was all of them. Still can't find Fumi. It's good I took a picture of Fumi. Maybe the rest of the map is here? Now that I know half the map was on the ceiling? Anybody nearby? Curious that no one is around. But not very curious. I have it on good authority from SpecLad that there's no more pixel hunting, Joey. We should be done with the pixel hunting. We better be done with the pixel hunting. I mean, it's on the ceiling, so... Yeah, that map isn't that useful. And I feel like it's just leading me towards... No, because that direction doesn't actually get you to the safe, I think. Let's quickly investigate whether that direction even gets you to the safe. Just do it directly in the map. So that got me to here. I mean, this was suspicious. This is all very suspicious. I guess I could go here and tap on the walls. This way just kind of leads back. And yeah, this way doesn't lead into that safe area. You would have to go up here to go into that safe area, and while you, of course, can, there are other ways up into that safe area. I mean, I guess there are other ways down here, too. There's no way that was just talking about the safe, and this is the most suspicious thing. Becklad, oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. The blanks are walls. Yeah, the blanks are walls. Deal with it. I'm drawing the places you can go, not the places you can't go. The thing is, I needed the ability to do things like this to show, you can go in one direction but not the other. And so showing the paths lets you do that kind of thing better. I'm gonna go back to the mansion. I'm gonna hope that that really is just all the map you get, and you need to investigate more yourself, and that was hinting at that sort of suspicious-ish room, and I'm gonna investigate the walls in that room. This is going to be the only map for this entire game. There's going to be one area that requires this kind of mapping. Forward. 1, 2, 3. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 8. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. Okay, so let's go into the fairly suspicious area. So it's presumably written on this wall. Let's just quickly investigate the wall. How about if I turn left and investigate the not wall here? Investigate. I'm just gonna go one by one through all the walls, investigate them, and hit them. Good point, Joey. Yeah, I should hit the walls. Oop. Not someone, something. Keep hitting the wall until Yasu breaks. Oh no, not that, Speglad. No, don't let it be more garbage. It can't be more garbage. Is it possible that this isn't a very good game? So, like, this kind of game is so frustrating to me because technologically, or not exactly technologically, but in terms of sort of the thought put into it, it is almost good. But then no thought was put into, is this a playable game that anyone might actually want to play and enjoy? As usual, Speglad, if you can give me a hint that doesn't just out and out give it away. This is obviously pointless. Imagine if you were just walking around in real life and someone told you use the control pad to move. 30 children should definitely find every possible thing to do eventually. It does involve the dungeon. Well, that much is obvious, Speglad. Okay, my next thought is... So this is where I was told to turn left. If I then repeat the instructions, I end up staring at this wall. It's also slightly suspicious that this is around like a big chamber, but it doesn't seem like much of a chamber. Oops. I just marked on the map that it is, even though it's not. Oop, nope, not that. Gotta remember the key combinations to do things I don't normally have to do. You don't investigate and you don't hit, says Speclad. What? The instructions end with me staring just like this in this direction. I'm molto confused. Molto confused. I truly... am flummoxed here. There's no phone here. Don't investigate and you don't hit? But I have meticulously searched the map. This is the next most suspicious area. I should probably, like, actually be doing the same thing on both the map and the game, just to unconfuse myself. And if that map is at all useful, then it really has to be kind of right around this area, because there's a better way to get anywhere else. Unless... So here's the starting place again. No, don't just turn around and then follow the instructions. You'll just run into a wall. That wasn't even following the instructions correctly. I mean, the fact that those instructions perfectly bring you along hallways suggests that they're not complete garbage. Oops, screwed up the map again. So, Speclad, are there not complete directions in the game? Like, am I really just supposed to have gotten to this point and sort of figured it the hell out? I mean, it's gotta have something to do with this, right? I just keep bashing Yasu's head into walls. That'll solve the problem. This does feel like pixel hunting. Not per se. It's not literally pixel hunting, but it sure feels like pixel hunting. I agree with you a bit. Okay, Speclad, just to... I've given up on doing this game at all legitimately, and that's fine, because it's a terrible game. So what are the instructions after the end of what's ripped off on the map? Can you examine the map in your inventory, asks Speclad. I don't think you actually took the map. No. You just had to write it down for that instant in time when it existed, and then it's gone. Because we're idiots. It might still be, like, in the police station, I suppose. 3, left, forward 8, left, forward 4, right, forward 5, left, forward 2, right. Okay, wait. Left, forward 2. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I did try to walk into this wall and it didn't do anything. Because this wall is sort of exactly centered. Game. Oh, interesting. Even though hitting it didn't do anything, can I just investigate it harder? Oh, okay. I just have to ram him into the wall repeatedly. No? Oh my god, game. I don't accept this! That's BS. That's ridiculous. Because he gives the same message, and you just have to bash him into the wall repeatedly. That's just absurd. Why would anyone try doing that? It's an old desk, there's nothing special about it. Mine now. So what, I found a desk for no reason? I don't feel like I really accomplished very much by finding this desk. No, I didn't actually want you to do that. Oh my god, I keep... my god. Let me get the map out of the way. What he was doing with this secret room. Why would you try it here, but not anywhere else? Oh, right, Mr. Kamiya said he heard voices coming from below. I'm going to try shouting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate all of this. I hate it. I didn't want to investigate the table. Boss, this diary belongs to Kozo. According to this, it seems he knew that Fumi was the daughter of the owners of Suak and it says he hired her as his personal assistant knowing this. It says he did it wanting to make it up to the Sawakis as his children. He goes on and on like this, talking about his regret. He's also written that he's going to take responsibility for Fumi like she was his own daughter, including leaving some of his money to her. If Fumi's older brother really was the criminal, did we conclude that? And if he were to read this diary, surely he would feel a little regret. Boss! Well, we still haven't found him, but, you know, whatevs. Well, now I just want to, like, bash into more walls and such, just in case. Absolute garbage. I just like the dumbest shit in the world. Break the table, smash it. Okay, so it remembers that's there. Oh good, there are no more walls to bash. I'm sure there's no other BS in this game. I'm not actually looking at the game when I'm doing this because there's no reason to. I'm only looking at the map. But I do have to listen to the game because you can't go too fast or it doesn't work. Okay. I mean, we sure haven't found the brother yet. Dang it, I was really hoping a tip would just magically come in. Mr. Hirata really had nothing to do with it. Oh, I can show the map here. I wonder if that's how you're supposed to get the information. Yeah, sure enough, here I can investigate the map too. Absolute nonsense. Absolutely. If the map had been complete but you needed to figure out what to do with that wall, fine, that's enough mystery. But like incomplete map plus you need to bash into the wall and you need to do it repeatedly for it to even give you a different message. That's madness. Find Fumi. Let's go back to some island and see if anybody there is interested in this diary. Oh, that's right. I can't actually show the diary. How odd. How odd. I can't actually show the diary. So I have the diary. I would have to guess I can show it. Diary, you heard me, Speculate. I have to guess you could show it to Fumi's brother if you could find him. I know nothing about Fumi's brother, which means I have to investigate someone, and then the Yasu is going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you this incredibly important piece of information. Wait, Fumi's brother isn't even on this list? What? Fumi's brother isn't even on this list. Okay, that seems useful. Next part is BS2, says Fecklad. Is it just go everywhere and hope you find somebody? Pal Bar has been incredibly useful. And then to ask. There's one person that I haven't stripped yet, says Specklad. But it won't let me strip any of the women. I've stripped Mr. Kamiya, I've stripped Toshi. Dead. It won't let me strip Okoi. It won't let me strip Yokiko. That's everyone. There's no one I haven't stripped yet, Specklad. Or maybe now it'll let me strip Yukiko now that she's more suspicious, or... There is someone, says Specklad. I mean, I haven't stripped Yasu. Okay, if I ask him over and over again, I'll force him. Okay. But okay, I don't hate that. I hate it a little bit. I don't hate it that much though. But I hate it a little bit. That was a brilliant deduction. I'm Fumi's older brother, the one that taken it by the relatives. I'm also the one who killed Kozu and Mr. Kawamura. They drove both of my parents to suicide and I couldn't forgive them. That night after I killed Kozo, I used a key, used a key I found there to lock the door to the study after myself. But the key was found inserted into the keyhole from the inside of the door, you say? Boss, do you still not understand? Fumi's back. I'll take it from here. Fumi, I told you to run away. Yasu, please let me talk for a minute. Having received the key from my brother, the next morning I called for Mr. Kamiya and had him break open the door. And then Mr. Kamiya saw the body before he recovered from the shock. I slipped the key into the door lock, but from the study side of the door. Of course, I did this to make it appear like the room had been locked the whole time. This is the end of everything. It's a bit ironic, though, to learn after killing him that Kozu had regretted what he'd done to us. Yasu! Fumi! Secret code. Oh, don't, that's not for you. That's not for the viewing audience. Don't use the secret. Go solve it yourself. That was dumb. No, Specklad. The assistant's last name doesn't matter because remember he was adopted by a separate family and would have a separate last name. So that was an important part of the plot. He has a different last name. Let's not do this. Not do any of this. Not do this. Not do any of this. I'm now very curious how little evidence you need. Yeah, his surname is Mono. Step 1, we're gonna go to the police station. And step 2, you're taking off your clothes. Nope. But the things where you just have to do the same thing multiple times, I guess, like, I was supposed to ask him to strip early, and thus I would know that this was the message, and then when I tried again, I go, oh, it's a different message. But we hates it. But we hates it. My unique method of deductive reasoning is just strip everyone. So let's see. What would be like the minimum amount we would need to do? So it's conceivable that we don't need... No. We need to know about Mr. Hattori because we need to know that, well... Now, the problem is there's so many things that it's like, this A doesn't lead to B, but having A causes B to happen, and thus you need to do a lot of things that are actually wholly irrelevant to the case. So anyway, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Yasu now. Well, that was the Portopia Serial Murder Case. It's a bit early, slightly early for the stream. It's about an hour early for the stream to end traditionally, but it's also too late to switch to anything else. So, what I'm going to do quickly in the interim... is think about what's next. Let's see. So I think now that I know the mapper actually works, I think I want to put, as terrible an idea as this is, I think I want to put Bard's Tale on the list. I will despise Bard's Tale, but I do remember playing it as a Ute, and sometimes the obscure gaming is just my own nostalgia. Also on the list, of course, Warlocked. Times of Lore is on the list, but I'll probably remove that if I add Bard's Tale. So, you know, if other people have other suggestions, I guess that's fine. What versions of Bard's Tale are good versions of Bard's Tale? I'm betting none. Bard's Tale. Originally developed on the Apple II, did not know that. Ported to Commodore 64, Apple II GS, ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Amiga, Atari ST, DOS, Macintosh, and NES. I, of course, have only played the Commodore version. Bard's Tale for the GameCom. Yasu Weasel! Oh no! Oh no, it was me! I do have a birthmark, but not on my shoulder, and not a butterfly. I actually have a birthmark on my eye. My iris has a birthmark. Fun fact. Apparently there was a remastered Bard's Tale. I didn't know that. I mean, so Speclad, if it had like background music, which I don't think it does, then the Commodore 64 version would be very important to play because you get that Sid magic. There's no suggestion on the Wikipedia page of like what the good version is. Apparently, only the DOS, Amiga, and Macintosh version support a mouse, which is kind of good, so DOS might actually be a choice. Or Amiga. I certainly haven't played an Amiga game ever. The problem is I don't know of any Amiga games that aren't, you know, ports from a trillion other platforms. And what is this about a remaster? Is there a remaster, really? If I go to GOG, ask you about Bard's Tale, am I going to get the remaster? Bard's Tale Trilogy. $20 is a reasonable price for a remaster of a game that everyone will hate because it's terrible. Oh, it looks bad. Okay. So the look they were going for is not good. It just really, it looks like an 80s game remastered into, like, vector graphics. It doesn't look that bad, but it looks very of its time. It looks very of two times put together. Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing the remaster. GOG doesn't even seem to list the original. I thought I had the original on GOG. Is it one of those, like, now that the remaster is out, if you want the original, you gotta buy the remaster. Apparently I don't have it on GOG. I've got it on a Commodore 64 floppy disk somewhere. Let's see if the GOG version of a Bard's Tale remastered includes the original. Looks like a big no. Looks like a profound no. Halo remastered for the Amiga. Well, okay, anyway, yeah, at some point, next game needs to be determined, but everything is set up very practically to play whatever. Oh man, the Bard's Tale construction set. Yep. Oh, the construction set came after even Bard's Tale 3. Interesting. Anyway, enough twiddling about Bard's Tale. Well, yeah. Some voting or whatever will be huh? Okay, stream over. Till next week. Bye.